What if I told you that reality isn't fixed, that the most powerful people in history, from presidents to visionaries, have used hidden knowledge to shape the world? This isn't fiction. It's the wisdom of the 33rd degree Freemasons. Truth known by few but used by many. Figures like Benjamin Franklin, Winston Churchill, and Henry Ford weren't just successful. They understood the laws that govern reality. Manley P. a 33rd degree Mason, revealed that mastering the mind unlocks hidden forces, secrets that still influence the world today. By the end of this, you'll discover how to apply these ancient principles to reshape your life. Before we dive in, subscribe and turn on notifications, because this knowledge has remained hidden for too long. Let's begin. The Freemasons have long been shrouded in secrecy, their influence spanning centuries of history. From revolutions to the founding of nations, their fingerprints can be found in major turning points of civilization. But what makes the 33rd degree members so unique? They aren't just participants in history, they are its architects. Figures like Henry Ford, Benjamin Franklin, and Winston Churchill weren't merely powerful. They understood the deeper mechanics of reality, allowing them to shape the world instead of being shaped by it. To understand why Freemasonry has been linked to power, one must look beyond the surface. It's not just a fraternity, it's a system of knowledge passed down through symbols, rituals, and teachings. These teachings aren't about superstition, they're about mastering the unseen forces that govern human existence. Many believe the Freemasons hold keys to esoteric wisdom, including the power of thought, the nature of reality, and the cycles of time. The higher one ascends in knowledge, the clearer reality becomes. The 33rd degree Freemasons are often viewed as initiates into the deepest layers of this wisdom. While lower degrees focus on morality and self-improvement, the highest degrees dive into the nature of consciousness and influence. This is why so many influential figures throughout history were connected to this brotherhood. They weren't just learning philosophy, they were learning how to apply timeless principles to create movements, shift economies, and direct the course of civilizations. One of the most fascinating aspects of Masonic power is its connection to revolutions. The American and French revolutions were deeply influenced by Masonic principles: freedom, equality, and the pursuit of knowledge. But these were not random uprisings. They followed a carefully understood pattern of cause and effect, something Masons had long studied. The idea that history follows cycles rather than unfolding chaotically is one of the hidden understandings within their teachings. But here's the real question. If these individuals knew how to shape history, what can you learn from their knowledge? Power is not about manipulation. It's about understanding the deeper currents of life and positioning yourself to ride the waves. Once you grasp these principles, reality starts to reveal itself in ways most people never see. Manley P wasn't just another writer. He was a master of esoteric knowledge, a 33rd degree Freemason who dedicated his life to uncovering the hidden truths of the universe. His book, The Secret Teachings of All Ages, isn't just a book. It's a map to understanding the deeper forces at play in reality. Hall believed that true power comes from mastering the mind, and that those who do so can quite literally shape the world around them. This idea wasn't just philosophical, it was practical, influencing some of the most successful people in history. Hall's work reveals that ancient mystery schools, including those that inspired Freemasonry, taught that reality isn't fixed. It responds to thought, intention, and perception. The mind isn't just a passive receiver of reality, it is an active participant in shaping it. He emphasized that the way we think, the symbols we surround ourselves with, and the knowledge we internalize all have a profound effect on our external world. This is why Freemasonry places such a strong emphasis on symbols. Each one is a key to unlocking higher levels of consciousness. One of Hall's most powerful teachings is that the mind operates on different levels. The conscious mind is what we use for daily tasks, but it is limited. The subconscious, however, is where real transformation happens. He suggested that the subconscious absorbs whatever we consistently feed it, whether consciously or unconsciously. This means that if we bombard our minds with negativity, doubt, or fear, we manifest those very experiences. But if we consciously program the subconscious with clear intention and belief, we can influence reality in ways most people would never believe possible. Hall wasn't alone in this belief. Many of history's greatest thinkers, from Tesla to Napoleon Hill, understood that reality is not solid. It is shaped by mental focus and inner conviction. This principle explains why so many powerful individuals have been drawn to Freemasonry. It offers tools to train the mind, refine perception, and align oneself with universal laws. The highest initiates understand that reality responds to those who understand its hidden mechanics. So, if the mind is this powerful, why do so few people harness it? The answer lies in distraction. Modern society bombards people with noise, keeping them from looking inward and discovering their own potential. Nothing in this universe happens by chance. There is no luck, only cause and effect. This is one of the most powerful laws that govern reality, yet most people go through life without realizing it. Successful individuals don't rely on luck or random opportunities. They understand that every result stems from a specific cause. They work backward, identifying the root principles behind success instead of just copying others. This is called reasoning from first principles, a method used by visionaries like Elon Musk and Aristotle to break down complex problems and find fundamental truths. This law operates on every level: personal, societal, and even cosmic. Take financial success, for example. Many people assume wealth comes from talent, luck, or connections, but in reality, it follows predictable patterns. Those who study the principles of value creation, financial management, and market psychology can repeatedly generate wealth, while those who ignore these principles remain stuck. The same applies to health, relationships, and even mental well-being. Everything you experience today is a direct result of the actions, thoughts, and habits you've reinforced over time. Understanding cause and effect also allows people to predict cycles. History doesn't move in a straight line. It moves in patterns. Civilizations rise and fall in predictable ways, financial markets boom and crash in cycles, and even personal success follows a rhythm of growth, plateau, and reinvention. This is why ancient wisdom traditions, including Freemasonry, emphasize studying history, because those who recognize patterns can anticipate the future and position themselves accordingly. But here's the key: most people react to life instead of shaping it. They chase effects instead of mastering causes. Instead of trying to be lucky, a person should focus on becoming the kind of individual who naturally attracts success. This means aligning daily actions with long-term goals, being intentional with thoughts, and constantly refining one's strategy based on results. Those who understand this law don't waste time complaining about circumstances. They adjust their inputs to get the results they desire. Reality is not just physical, it is layered, moving from dense matter to the subtle realms of thought and spirit. The law of spirit teaches that everything in existence follows a hierarchy of energy, with the material world at the lowest level and the spiritual dimension at the highest. Ancient wisdom traditions, including Freemasonry, have long understood that the unseen governs the seen. In other words, before something manifests in the physical world, it first exists as an idea, an intention, or a vibration in the spiritual realm. This is why ancient mystics, sages, and initiates dedicated their lives to spiritual refinement. They knew that by aligning with higher frequencies, through meditation, intention, and knowledge, they could influence reality in profound ways. Think of it like tuning into a higher radio frequency. The clearer the signal, the greater the control over one's circumstances. Those who remain stuck in purely material thinking are at the mercy of external events, while those who master the spiritual realm learn to bend reality to their will. The law of spirit also explains why mindset is everything. If a person believes they are a victim of life, they will unconsciously create experiences that reinforce that belief. But if they recognize their thoughts and emotions as creative forces, they can deliberately shape their reality. This is why spiritual practices like visualization, prayer, and deep contemplation have been used by powerful individuals throughout history, not as superstition, but as tools to direct the unseen forces shaping their lives. Science is slowly catching up to these ancient truths. Quantum physics has shown that observation affects reality, meaning that consciousness plays a direct role in the formation of matter. This aligns perfectly with what mystics have said for centuries. Your inner world determines your outer world. When a person learns to master their thoughts, emotions, and energy, they stop feeling like life is happening to them and start realizing that life is happening through them. Imagination isn't just daydreaming, it's the blueprint of reality. Every invention, every breakthrough, every transformation in human history started as an idea in someone's mind before it became real. Great thinkers like Einstein, Nikola Tesla, and Neville Goddard all understood that imagination is the foundation of creation. The Freemasons, too, have long recognized that the mind's ability to visualize and emotionally charge ideas is the secret to manifesting them in the physical world. The key to this law is alignment. It's not enough to merely think about something. One must feel it as if it were already real. Neville Goddard taught that the subconscious mind responds to emotionalized images, meaning that whatever a person consistently envisions with deep emotion has a much higher chance of materializing. This is why most people fail at manifestation. They either lack emotional conviction or they hold conflicting beliefs that cancel out their desires. Visualization is a technique used by high achievers across every field, from athletes who mentally rehearse victories to CEOs who map out business empires in their minds before they build them. The subconscious doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality. It accepts whatever is vividly repeated with belief. This means that by consciously designing mental images, one can program their subconscious to seek out and create those experiences in real life. But imagination isn't just about personal success. It's the force behind entire civilizations. The greatest leaders didn't just react to the present. They envisioned a new future and bent reality to fit it. Every great empire, every revolution, every scientific discovery was first an idea in someone's mind before it reshaped the world. Those who understand this law don't wait for reality to change. They create the mental blueprint and allow reality to follow. Knowing these laws is one thing, but applying them is what truly changes reality. One of the most effective methods for harnessing these principles is creative visualization before sleep. Why? Because the moments before sleep are when the conscious mind fades and the subconscious becomes most receptive. This is the same principle used in hypnosis, meditation, and deep prayer, states where the mind is open to suggestion and reality can be rewritten from the inside out. The process is simple but powerful. Each night before sleep, close your eyes and vividly imagine your desired reality as if it were already happening. Don't just see it, feel it. Experience the emotions of having already achieved your goal. If it's wealth, imagine the feeling financial freedom. If it's success, embody the confidence of someone who has already arrived. The key is emotional intensity. The more real it feels, the deeper it imprints onto the subconscious. This technique works because thought alone is weak, but thought combined with emotion creates energy strong enough to shift reality. The subconscious, mind once programmed, begins to notice opportunities, attract circumstances, and guide decisions in alignment with the imagined outcome. Many high achievers, from Olympic athletes to world-class entrepreneurs, have unknowingly used this exact method. It's not magic, it's psychology and energy working together. Consistency is everything. 30 days of nightly visualization is enough to rewire beliefs and shift perception. The mistake most people make is quitting too soon or doubting the process. The subconscious operates on repetition, much like programming a computer. It doesn't question, it simply executes what is given to it. Those who persist see remarkable results as their external reality slowly bends to match their internal. Vision, the greatest secret of all. This technique isn't just about achieving goals, it's about awakening to the fact that reality itself is malleable. The Freemasons, the mystics, the great thinkers, they all knew this truth. You now understand what few ever do. Reality isn't random, it's designed. The Freemasons, great thinkers and visionaries, all knew that the mind, spirit, and imagination are the real architects of existence. The question is, will you use this knowledge or let it fade like another forgotten idea? Think about it. What if you started applying the law of cause and effect with intention? What if you aligned with the law of spirit and tuned into higher frequencies? What if you used the power of imagination to actively design your future? Would your life look the same a year from now? Now I want to hear from you. Which of these laws resonated with you the most? Drop a comment below. And before you go, subscribe and turn on notifications because we're just getting started.